Good news, Western football fans. Our very own Western Mustang, Vaughn Martin, was recently drafted by the NFL, the first ever Canadian underclassman in the history of the league to make it in. Your thoughts? What do you like about football?
Hot, sweaty boys running.
What's your favorite position?
Wide receiver.
Of course. Well, Vaughn Martin plays defensive end. And to check out his press conference, just don't change the channel. Keep watching right now.
It feels good to be drafted. It feels good to get the opportunity. I knew I was going to get it. I just didn't know, how early and when. With it being undrafted free agent, I worked pretty much from that. It didn't really matter what round, but it feels good. It feels good to be going to San Diego, and it feels good to be picked in the 4th round. Yeah, I played football here. I played high school football in London, and I was lucky enough to go to university here too and play football at a high level. So I'm just excited for the opportunity. I don't really worry about anything else. Coach Marshall's great. I don't think this would have been possible with any other coach. That's not to discourage anyone at another school, for trying to, achieve some lofty goals. But just from my personal experience and knowing, Coach Marshall as a man and as a coach, I just know that he made this a lot easier for me. It would have been a lot tougher if I was in any other situation. Yeah, I saw a couple of them yesterday. I'm always in contact with my teammates, or even when I was, in San Diego or on my trips and stuff. I love these guys, so probably see them all today. We train together and stuff. The exact same thing.
Some of the pundits have referred to you as a combination of Fred Astaire and Refrigerator Perry. Do you have any?
Wow. Fred Astaire, like a dancer type thing?
Yeah. Quite
Wow.
the reputation to live up to.
Wow. That's great. Fred Astaire, that's awesome.
You're not a big dancer, though, I know.
Oh yeah. don't let it fool you. I can move.
Vaughn, talk about what's next. What's the next step for you, and then what dates are ahead that we should keep an eye on?
I just go to camp, and after that, they'll give me itinerary or schedule.
Yes, I'm extremely happy. Extremely happy. What else could a mother ask for? Especially when with the odds so stacked against him in the initial stage. I was like, but I know Vaughn, he does well. And I always taught him to reach for the sky, which is what he did.
Did you have any expectations on him or where you would like him to go in the draft? Like any rounds, 3rd round or no?
No. The fact that he's from Canada and it's not usual for them to really look at a Canadian player coming out of university. So I really didn't have an expectation. As long as he was drafted, that was okay with me. Because I know even if he was drafted in the 7th round, he's going to go on and he's going to do well. Even if he was an undrafted free agent, he was going to go on and he was going to do well. So that was not a factor. And talking about Coach Marshall, I've had a very good relationship with him myself also. And I have great praises for him. He's a very good man. He has mentored Vaughn, and I really appreciate that. We have talked on the phone so many times, and I'm gonna miss Western in a bit, but I'll still come here.
I was watching it live like everybody else, and I watched it all day Saturday. I watched it pretty much all day Sunday. So I found out on NFL Network, called Vaughn. Gave him a few minutes after he was drafted because I figured his phone would be ringing, and talked to him shortly after the draft.
Obviously, him and the team had a lot of success here at Western the past couple of years. Was there any expectations that you had of him for the draft?
Oh no, you know what? We knew that going into the draft that there was a lot of teams' interest, and the interest was picking up in the weeks, prior to. And last week, I got a lot of calls from the Chargers and a lot of calls from other teams too. And I know that I think the feeling was on the teams that were very, very interested in Vaughn is that they better take him earlier than later, or they might miss him.
Reflect on your time of how was this Western football program?
No, it was a fast 2 years, but even just from the start, my first year here to where we finished off this past year, the team grew a lot. I grew a lot as a person and as a football player, and the team's going to be great for years to come. Yeah.
If you're looking to get more involved and have an interest in the field of journalism, then TV Western is for you. TV Western is always looking for more on-screen and behind-the-scenes volunteers. And it's simple to join up. Just email us at tvwest@uwo.ca.